Hey everybody, I'm making this quick video to share just a regular day of me sharing the love, living the life with my blue crown conure parrot named Peppy. It's a she. We didn't know she was a she. You can't tell most bird sex unless you do medical stuff from a veterinarian, which I thought was unnecessary until we found out about, I think it's 2 years ago now, might have been 3 years ago. Happened at the worst time when there was nobody here, people were away who had a vehicle, and basically my bird was, again, this is how we found it, she was kind of, we noticed she was sort of wanting to be, I hope this doesn't seem a little too weird again, but she seemed like she was trying to mate a bit, because she was, or that there was just, she always wanted to have her tail pet. And I just want to get some quick tips on how to find out if your bird might be, again, usually parrot is egg-bound, and some tips what you can do to make sure that they don't be egg-bound, because birds can still try and lay an egg even if they don't have any birds around. One thing is definitely making sure they go to bed at a right time. That is like the biggest tip, is making sure that it's dark in the room for them and that there's no noise, because if they're staying up at night they think, oh, it's time to party, and that's not what they want to be doing, and thinking that they need to, get into those kind of mating patterns, and that's definitely not a good thing. Another thing is, do not pet a bird, pet them on their back. As much as they might like it and it's nice, don't, because again, this is not something, what I was told by the vet is this is not something that birds would normally do to each other. You can pet them on their head area because they do preen each other, their feathers, that sort of thing. You can do that, but if they also try and, have you put their hand behind them, don't do that. That's definitely, you have to stop that. Just say, no. They can, kiss you, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but just if they're trying to do other things that I mentioned, I definitely will not do that. Another thing is the diet is a huge part. Make sure that they stick to their diet. Again, we have a pellet made by, we bought him from a professional breeder that he personally makes. It's fine. Don't be giving them dairy, that's definitely not a good thing, as well as other things like that. Another thing that you can really tell, again, this is a real problem, if they become egg-bound, please see a veterinarian as soon as possible, because it can be life or death situation for them. Thankfully, our breeder knew someone. It's very hard to find a vet, and I live in the very big city. It's very hard to find a vet who specializes and understands how to work with exotic pets such as birds, reptiles, etc. And there's one who did. Yeah. And if we didn't take her, we noticed that she was sitting by the bottom of her house. It's her cage. We call it her house because it's quite large. And she was sitting there and she was making noises like she was in pain. And we noticed there was a bit of blood. And we tried using a heating pad and also giving calcium. That's definitely what you don't need to do. Don't give calcium because you don't want them to lay the egg. If they're egg bound, sometimes you just really need to take them to the vet. She had to have surgery done where if they didn't do it, she showed me the x-ray, and it was humongous, the egg. She showed me, and it was like that big. Again, this is no birds around, and they can still, have that. Thank God, knock on wood, that has not happened since. If we had not taken her to the vet, he mentioned that, she probably would have died, and even before surgery, he said there was a chance that she could die, and I was the one who had to deal with that while everyone was away. It was really hard to deal with, but I dealt with it. Just be careful how you interact with your bird. Have fun, but don't, again, stick to the face and head area. Don't pet lower than that. Don't pet under the wings. That's another big tip. Don't do that. And what else could I tell them? Let them get enough exercise. They call it foraging, like they're meant to look around for food. Let them walk around, get exercise, even if they can fly. We don't have our wings clipped. She can fly, just so you're wondering why she's walking around. We have, wings definitely aren't clipped. We don't think that's right. She's a bird, she's meant to fly. So anyway, those are some little tips that hopefully might help save your your bird's life, or if you know someone who's having a problem, get them to seek medical attention because it can kill them. Birds can live up to, depends on the parrot or bird, but some of them can live up to 50 years, sometimes even longer. Again, sometimes less, but and it may happen out of nowhere. She's about 18 or so, I think, and it happened, yeah, when she was 16 or 15, 16, something like that. So just something to be aware of. And I'll leave you with this video of just her telling you that she loves me. She's whispering and saying that she loves me. I didn't ask her to do it. She did it on her own. Anyway, bye. Whisper. I love you. Very good. I love you. Oh. I love you. I love you. You know what it means, don't you? Oh.